These are not only outside it or after it. He emphasizes that the free market economy, properly understood, is able to produce the social capital, which is so vital for prosperity. Additionally, the state needs to create the condition that would encourage the works redolent of the spirit of gift. That is more than only just laws and forms of redistribution governed by politics. In his previous encyclical, Benedict mentioned that we do not need a state which regulates and controls everything, but a state which, in accordance with the principle of subsidiarity, generously acknowledges and supports initiatives arising from the different social forces and combines spontaneity with closeness to those in need. With this, he reminds us of the warning of John Paul II about the danger of welfare state, where people become the passive recipients of social benefits rather than their own creators. The welfare programs do not tend to make people more responsible and free in their willingness to work and to help their neighbors. The welfare state disrupts, in John Paul's words, the subjectivity of society, or in Benedict's words, the logic of gift. He warns about the new forms of dependency, saying that at times it happens that those who receive aid become subordinate to the aid givers, and the poor serves to perpetuate expensive bureaucracies which consume an excessively high percentage of funds intended for development. Among various suggestions on how to civilize society, Benedict suggests fostering the culture of gift through his concept of fiscal subsidiarity, by allowing citizens to decide how to allocate a portion of the taxes they pay to the state, provided it does not generate into the promotion of special interests. This can help to stimulate forms of welfare solidarity from below, which obvious benefits in the area of solidarity for development as well. Benedict provides a helpful interpretation of subsidiarity as it respects personal dignity by recognizing in the person a subject who is always capable of giving something to others. By considering reciprocity at the heart of what it is to be a human being, subsidiarity is the most effective antidote against any form of all-encompassing welfare state. The assumption of responsibility fostering freedom and participation, as well the autonomy of intermediate bodies of society, are positive when this principle is respected. It can be a reason of tranquility among diverse interest groups of society, since it respects a basic right of the human person. As Benedict notes, a particular manifestation of charity and a guiding criterion for fraternal cooperation between believers and non-believers is undoubtedly the principle of subsidiarity, an expression of inalienable human freedom. The willingness of a person to give comes from the superabundance of what he has. This spirit of giving can be encouraged by order of market and by the order of the state. The state and the market need to find ways to motivate people to give of themselves, not by order or force, but by their satisfaction of giving. The nature of the human person is destined to create, to produce, and to give, since the person is created in the image of God, the ultimate giver of self. Benedict reminds us that the human being is made for gift, which expresses and makes present his transcendental dimension. He reminds that in this case, the Church is called to contribute to the purification of reason and to the reawakening of those moral forces without which just structures are neither established nor prove effective in the long run. Thus, we can say that the state and the Church, by ordering human society, must work accordingly to principle of subsidiarity, namely to leave the main responsibility to people who, according to the needs and demands, spontaneously form political, commercial, and modern order. As the Pope says, the direct duty to work for a just ordering of society, on the other hand, is proper to the lay faithful. Since the market and politics need individuals who are open to reciprocal gift, Benedict expressed that the key to development of commercial society is a mind capable of thinking in technological terms and grasping the fully human meaning of human activities within the context of the holistic meaning of the individual being. This holistic meaning of human person, I think, is the most probably provocative message of this encyclical, because, as right now I would like to point, there is no higher motivation of human action than transcendental vision of a human person. The translation of caritas in veritate from Latin means charity in truth. This concept signifies the basic human and social premises: charity, which must describe human relations, and the truth, which cannot be relative. Why does Benedict features charity and truth while emphasizing such subjects as economy and state? He does it for the contemporary society as a vital reminder to what brings an inner motivation or animation of human action. He says, one animated by charity, commitment to the common good, has greater worth than a merely secular and political stand would have. And later, as Benedict writes in the encyclical, without the universal concept of truth, it is easy to fall into an empiristic and skeptical view of life, incapable of rising to the level of praxis because of a lack of interest in grasping the values, sometimes even the meaning with which to judge and to direct it. This time of global economical turmoil, it is good occasion to consider what maintains the proper social and economic relations. The various institutions of society are responsible for safeguarding relations based on mutual trust. However, as we see now, the mere actions of various institutions are not enough to accomplish this. We need an inner motivation of human action, able to create the order of charity and truth. Here Benedict warns about the importance of the Christian worldview in creating prosperous society. Leo XIII, in his Rerum Novarum, wrote that the foundations of the organization or society being thus laid in religion.